Hello everyone and welcome to Celine Plays Bird of Passage. I don't know what this game is about besides your character scrolling through Tokyo in a taxi. And yes, I have the game paused because it starts right away. But yeah, I believe this is a demo and the full version will be released sometime this year. Don't know when. I don't know how I will feel about this game, but we're gonna play and find out. I've been living here for a long time, but this does not mean that I know where I want to go just yet. Are you from Tokyo? I doubt you would recognize the Tokyo I used to know. Tokyo was shattered a long time ago. Or yes, I am, in a way. I come from a lost version of Tokyo. I don't know which one is the less mean option. I guess I'll do the first option. Yes, indeed. Even if I doubt you would recognize the Tokyo I used to know. Do you live in the outskirts? To tell you the truth, I don't know. I just know that our character lives in Tokyo and that's it. I tend to roam the entire island. Lately, I've returned to explore the city. Parks and gardens are my favorite spots. I see. I've become obsessed with a few species of plants. I spent hours looking at them, their colors, the shape of their leaves, the geometry of their branches. Oh, and why do you like those plants so much? Some plants are almost immortal. I feel connected to them. I deeply admire the resilience certain plants manifest, or I like walking around the gardens. I guess we'll pick an answer and move on. I like walking around the gardens. Nature is the only thing that keeps changing while remaining exactly identical with itself. I find comfort in looking at the very same tree, season after season. How can you tell? All the trees are the same. Anyway, you will always be able to predict the shape and color of the leaves, the direction of the branches, the texture of the bark. So, nothing changes, you say? What else do you like about the gardens? The peacefulness, the people you may encounter, the colors. Ooh, that's a tough one. Let's do the colors. It is very nice after all. Trees such as ginkgo, katsura, larch, and popular red vine, the very concept of yellow every autumn. I don't think I pronounced any of those names right, I'm sorry. Anyway, I've never seen anything more yellow than that. What about this taxi? It is so pigmented that I could dye the sky. Just imagine the sunlight coming through the dense foliage of these trees. Beautiful. You don't seem too excited, driver. More than that, it's a spectacle I would never grow tired of. Once I met a man. He wasn't from here, so we couldn't talk. His name was Palmer. Stunned by the sharp and luminous yellow of the ginkgo leaves, he stared at the gentle dance they make as they fall from the highest branches. I didn't want to disturb him, so we just stood together in silence, as if hypnotized by the slow tempo of the leaves' descent.
Okay.
Years later, the very same ginkgo leaves finally stopped their free fall. Thanks to him, they landed in a world that exists only in woods. In words, not woods. If you want to find them, you have to wait for a winter's night. But this is another story. Looking forward to it. Maybe another time. It's getting late now. Thank you for the ride. You are very welcome. Shall I stop here? Yes, please. Here you go. Thank you, goodbye. Bye. Wow, that was the lamest bye ever.
That's a huge bitch!
Whoa! What the? We're a tall person. Oh, another car. Okay, we're not done yet. I thought we were done for a sec. Greetings, thank you for stopping. Are we gonna talk about different stuff now besides nature? Let me ask you something first, or silence? Well, I assume being silent will be bad in a taxi ride and it'll be awkward. So, let me ask you something first. Before you ask me where I want to go, let me ask you something first. Sure thing. Good. What the heck? Do you like plants? Do you mind if we chat a bit? Well, I'm tired of talking about plants. Let's do this second option. Do you mind if we chat a bit while you drive me around? I'm sorry, sir, but this is a silent taxi.
What?
Oh, well, excuse me. So we have to go for the awkwardness then. Okay. Is there anything else I can do for you? Bro, didn't you just say this was a silent taxi? Which means you don't speak at all? Whatever. No, thank you, that's all. I'm afraid I don't do silent taxis. Well, it makes it awkward. How many times do I have to say it? That's fine, sir. Goodbye. Goodbye. That was the most awkward ride ever. It would have been even more awkward if I did the silent option. Hello. Hello, sir. Welcome on board. Oh, thanks. We're not on a boat, though. Thank you. Dead silent. Oh, great. Where do you want to go, sir? Oh, right. Doesn't really matter. I could give you an address, but we'll just drive, please. The second option seems reasonable. I could give you an address. Thank you, that's all I need. But you wouldn't know where to find it. Huh? Sir, are you doubting my knowledge? I think I know this city well enough. Not at all, quite the contrary. I'm relying on you completely tonight. It's just that, you see, time has a bizarre way of affecting the structure of a city. That's for sure. Things move around, new buildings appear, old buildings disappear. One thing is knowing how to find an address, another thing is knowing your city inside out. True. That's just one of the many reasons why I rely on taxi drivers to find my path. You know how to look into every nook and cranny. If you don't mind me asking, sir, why do you like taxi drivers so much? I still remember the first 6 taxis, or they are spotless. I guess we'll do the second option. I really don't know. They are spotless, not a stain, never a trail of smell, nothing worn out. White lace-lined interiors and white gloves on your hands. Taxis to me are immaculate places. I wonder if that's true or not. I've never been in a taxi before, so I wouldn't know. Thank you. Your words repay me of every effort. Of all the dawns spent cleaning the rims, brushing the dirt away, and polishing the car. Since you have seen so many, what else do you like about taxis? The politeness of the drivers, all the different signs, the automatic doors. I don't think second or third option is true, so politeness will go. The politeness of the drivers. Oh. It doesn't matter how weird and disjointed my story may sound. I never felt judged on a taxi, not a single time. That's part of our duty, sir, especially during the night. I've gathered so many stories and confessions, I could write a book about them. So it's not just me, you say? No, sir. Even if I must admit, your story is particularly intriguing. What about the other stories you have listened to? It really depends. Sometimes people just need an audience or to be reassured, you know. Other times they just want attention, and maybe to chat a bit. It takes the pressure off, I guess. Indeed it does. What's your story, sir? Are you curious? I am. Good. I need your curiosity to solve my mystery. Oh, a mystery! I'm intrigued. My story begins like this. I was in the garden, holding some seeds in my hands. So far, so good. We only read a sentence, but okay. It's funny how I remember being alive, thanks to the mundanity of my last actions. That's pretty normal, I guess. It was just another Saturday in a vast collection of Saturdays. And what about the seeds? Right, the seeds. You see, late autumn is the right season to plant your ginkgo seeds. September is not the right month. I had to put them away, stored them in a dark place. So those were ginkgo seeds. Please go on. Is that dark place a garbage can? Just wondering. And then the earth beneath my feet started trembling. Whoa, that was cool. I believe those were leaves. Fissures ripped the ground, everything crumbled. All of a sudden something hit me hard on the back of my head. Huh? That's terrible. I fell on my knees, facing the back of my garden. An aftershock pushed me to the ground. And the seeds? They rolled away. I dedicated my very last thought to them, that's for sure. I died shielding them with my body. Wait, so you're actually dead, what? Well, that's interesting. What are you implying, or why do you find it interesting? What's less mean? Why would you ever find it interesting? Because from what you have just told me, it looks like the protagonists of your story have switched rules. You were the one holding the seeds, and now you are the one held in this limbo by the seeds. You died protecting them. I guess you have to find out what happened next. You're right, that's the interesting bit. You should focus on understanding the role of the seeds in all this, I think. Very well then. I must focus on the seeds. At least that's my advice. It sounds reasonable to me. Now, I need to think alone. Do you want me to pull over? Yes, please. You have been very helpful tonight. Thank you. I'm always happy to help, sir. Goodbye. Goodbye. Alright everyone, well, it's getting quite repetitive, and since this game is also a demo, I don't think there's an actual ending to it, so that sucks, but it was fun though. But yeah, anyways guys, thank you all so much for watching. I don't know how fun and entertaining this video was, but I hope you enjoyed it regardless. Anyways guys, thank you all so much for watching, and I guess I will see you all next time in whatever I make next. Goodbye for now.